Welcome to RadioOnFire.com, home of the Diamond K Show. And now for your urban news and entertainment report. Here's your host, Diamond K.
RadioOnFire.com. I go by the name of Diamond K. Thank you for joining me. You can check me out, of course, at RadioOnFire.com. Definitely log on there to support the movement and everything that we're doing here. RadioOnFire.com. You can check out all of our shows, all of our content, the blog, upcoming events, all that kind of good stuff. You can find out how to advertise on shows and everything like that. Now, Radio on Fire, what we do here, this is a urban news network. We cover sports, entertainment, music, all opinion on politics, all different types of things. So RadioOnFire.com is where you go to find out everything about that. We're also looking for bloggers who want to contribute, also show ideas. I'm always open to that. And to submit any information like that, if you have a show that you're doing that you want to bring to RadioOnFire.com, if you are a blogger, and you are, fluent in social media, you can reach out to us at yourradioonfire@gmail.com. Now, I want to recap a couple of things. I haven't had a chance to speak about the 2014 Baltimore Music Awards, which took place, obviously, here in Baltimore. The fourth annual Baltimore Music Awards was a milestone for us. It was the most successful award show that we've done thus far. And like I said, this is the fourth one for 2014. Now, there were a lot of things behind the scenes that were, I'm going to say, plotting against us. We had a venue change, which it turned out to be at the Senator Theater in Baltimore. It's in East Baltimore. Now, I'd never been to the Senator Theater before. I used to date a girl who lived near the Senator Theater, so I'd passed by the Senator Theater many times, but I'd never actually gone in. It went through a renovation, a change in ownership, and it has gone through a resurgence, the Senator Theater, that is. So this is the place where we had the fourth annual 2014 Baltimore Music Awards. I was very excited about this event. I hosted the event along with Sweet Tea, and the Jammer, Jeff Daniels, was the announcer for the fourth year, and he does an amazing job. So Sweet Tea, who is my co-host, has been my co-host for many years. We're on the His and Hers show on Saturdays. Jammer has years of radio experience. I've worked with Jammer on various shows and events. Jammer is a part of Mix 106, right? And he's V103, 92Q, 95.9, just a whole bunch of, very, very extensive background. And he did a wonderful job keeping the people laughing, upbeat. I was the butt of a lot of jokes from Jammer, but it was all good. The award show itself. Let's talk about why the Baltimore Music Awards even takes place. And the purpose of it is to honor and give recognition to people in Baltimore who contribute significantly to the entertainment community. So we have a host of categories that people vote on. The nominations open up in April every year and run till September. People can nominate who they want. The finalists are announced. The 3 finalists in all of the categories are picked. Then the voting starts. And what we do at the Baltimore Music Awards is give trophies to the winners of those votes. We don't control what happens. So sometimes some people are upset. And they get upset because they say, this person should have won, or that person should have won. And this one's hot on the streets. And, this one is, got the biggest butt ever. And she, it makes it rain. And why didn't she win? Or this one or that. And this is a democratic thing. So people nominate, and you can think people are, your vote doesn't count, but your vote counts. As we saw in the election, your vote counts. And if you don't vote, then that means your vote counts even less, because somebody else's vote counts that much more because you didn't participate. Now, usually people who complain don't participate in the process. Now, that goes for the music awards. That goes for elections. It's across the board. People who don't participate usually have problems with the results. So, with that being said, as always, I'm excited and honored to even be a part, of this. I'm glad that, the idea came about, and we have every year grown it to be bigger and bigger and bigger. And the fifth one, which is coming up, that's going to be the biggest yet. But this fourth annual one, I am really, really proud of the event. And I want to give some special thanks to some people that helped bring this thing. Definitely Sweet Tea, Katanya Lester, Danielle Anderson, Pebbles, just a lot. Vicious V, the Senator Theater, Sheila Williams, my mother, just my father, just a lot of different people. Too many to name, but definitely. But the other thing that I want to talk about is the Hall of Fame. Now, the Hall of Fame is something that we honor some people that have years in the business, and these are legendary figures. Sometimes some of you young people may not know them, but you know their work. Now, 2014, the very esteemed honorees, DJ Booby, DJ Tommy Davis. Now, DJ Booby is an icon as far as DJing goes. He's been innovative. He really was someone who, and is someone who rocks the party. Now, his in the 90s, his mixtape sale game was, he sold a lot of tapes. Now, tapes, for some of you young people, that was the thing. There were tape decks in the car, you had tape decks in your house, your store, wherever you were. And he had the club tapes. He was moving a lot of club tapes in Metro 2, Metro Stereo. Y'all, any of y'all people remember that? So I had a chance to work with Booby a lot. We both went to the same high school. Of course, he graduated, before I was even a freshman there. But his presence was known in Edmondson High School in Baltimore. And as a member of the band, when I was a freshman, he was coming back to visit the school sometimes. And, he would come through, to the band room, and I would see him. And he was selling tapes then. And just to be somebody who went to the same school as somebody like Booby was inspiring for me. Now, it's just so many things that I wanted to say about Booby. I got the opportunity to work with him later on in years at parties, Hammerjacks and Paradox and other places, and I watched him, grow from a street DJ to a club DJ to a businessman. This man has made countless records, and it just was innovative with his scratch. He talks when he DJs, and a lot of DJs don't do that. A lot of them can, and he was one person that was able to do parties with or without somebody else on the mic. And so he could be the DJ and the party host at the same time. A lot of people can't do that. Now, one story about Booby that I want to mention, and that is that I remember one time at Hammerjacks, it was like a bad weather type of thing, and Hammerjacks was the biggest club in Baltimore, hip hop wise, as far as I'm concerned. It's definitely one of my favorites, my favorite club. So throughout the '90s, this rock club from the '80s became a spot on Sunday night that the hip hop crowd went to, and DJ Booby was one of the DJs along with DJ Kenny B. So Booby, like I said, this was a bad weather night. The attendance of the club was low, right? So this is a club that held probably 2,000, 2,500 people. And this night, there were about 200 people there. Now, in a club of that size, 200 people looks like about 30 people. And Booby performed for this small crowd. And I'm saying small crowd because in some lounges, you can't fit that many people in there. But in Hammerjacks, that looked like a little bit of people. And Booby rocked just like he did on Thanksgiving night or Christmas night when it was packed, right? And I remember him saying to the crowd, he said this on the mic, I don't care if it's 2 people in here or 2,000 people in here, I'm going to give it 100%. And he dropped the next record and this one, that, and they were screaming and yelling. And that really showed me that he didn't have to give it 100% that night. It wasn't that crowded. But he was somebody who cared about his craft that much that his reputation as a party, DJ was so important that he was going to give it 100% no matter what. And this is one of the people that was honored there, and he had a lot of people there to support him, and it was a really good thing to see. Another person, DJ Tommy Davis. This is just, he's such an innovator. Tommy Davis, one of the first people, if not the first person to have an independent label here in Baltimore, release his own music. He released what is credited as the first Baltimore Club record. And that record was called Get the Hope. Get the Hope. Yeah. Anyway, the big record, produced for a number of people. Major records, Crystal Waters, just to name a few. Google Tommy Davis if you're unfamiliar with who he is so you can get familiar. He's a house music legend, production legend, Basement Boys. Just so many different things that Tommy Davis has done. And he's still doing, just like Booby, he's still in it. He's in it for the love and the respect, and both of them get that. So definitely I want to say to both of them friends of mine that I've known for many years, I definitely want to congratulate them and tell them how well-deserved the honor is for them. And, I definitely want to just commend both of those guys. Some of the other things that happened, there was a performance by a young teenager named Lil Key, and I've known Lil Key for several years, and I know his family, I know his mother, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little apprehensive about Lil Key performing, not because I didn't think he was good, because I knew he was good, but I'm thinking like he's a bubblegum kind of cute type of thing, and I didn't know how well that was going to be received. This is Baltimore, so excuse me, I didn't know how well it was going to be received, but he performed, he closed out the show. And let me tell you this, if you have not had the opportunity to see Lil Key perform, if you get the opportunity, please take advantage of the opportunity. The young man has a lot going on, a big future ahead of him. He had dancers, he did 2 songs and had the crowd really into it. And if you know Baltimore, this is a rough town to do a song that no one's ever heard before and to have the crowd chanting what you're saying, because that's what he did. That right there is a feat. I remember the first time, and I'm taking it back right now, but in the Paradox, nightclub, a new group came. And there was a lot of people in this group. And this group performed at Paradox. They were from New York. They came down. And on Friday nights, sometimes they would have, people coming in that were doing radio promos. And they would come through the club and they would perform. And, get on the stage or whatever. And the crowd really was, like I'm saying, they'd perform a song they never heard before. They wanted to get off the stage. So you can get back to playing the music that we know. So this one day, this rap group comes from New York. They perform. They do their song. And the crowd didn't know the song. And they were rocking. They were good. But the crowd didn't give them. It was just one of those things. The crowd boos them. The crowd boos them off the stage. Right? Well, I mean, they got through their song, but they weren't feeling it. Right? Now, you fast forward a month. 30 days later, this same group, same song, hit record in Baltimore. The song they performed, the song they performed at the Paradox was called MATHOD, Man. It was Wu-Tang Clan. And I saw them get booed in Baltimore before people knew their song, before the video came out. And they, of course, went on to become big. And I saw them later performing here in Baltimore, and they were fine. But Lil Key, that's right, only on the Diamond K Show will I compare Lil Key to Wu-Tang Clan. But the thing I'm trying to say is that he did this show. He performed 2 songs. He was on stage the same length of time that Wu-Tang Clan was, and he made it through. Now, am I saying he's going to be as big as Wu-Tang Clan? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he rocked, and he rocked hard. So definitely another thing that I want to highlight is that, we had a packed house, legendary figure. The Chief Rocker, Busy B, was in the house, and Google that man. He has done a lot. He is credited as being the first solo MC. I mean, you don't get bigger than that. So the Chief Rocker, Busy B, was the presenter for the Hip Hop award, and you can find out all the winners to all the awards. Just go to BaltimoreMusicAwards.com. We have all of the winners for every award show that we've had listed, the Hall of Fame people for that year. So definitely check that out. BaltimoreMusicAwards.com is where you go for that. But definitely, it was a wonderful night, and I want to thank everybody who participated in the voting. We had over 13,000 votes cast for the 2014 Baltimore Music Awards. And as I said, 2015 is going to be an even bigger year. It's a milestone year. It's the 5-year, and more news and details about that show will be coming up. Stay tuned to BaltimoreMusicAwards.com. I go by the name of Diamond K, and as I said, I want to thank everybody for your cooperation, for your love and support and well wishes for the Baltimore Music Awards. The 5th year is coming up. And definitely stay tuned. We have a lot of things in store. RadioOnFire.com is where you go to find out everything that we have going on. We have shows and articles and blog posts dropping daily at RadioOnFire.com, and a brand new Facebook page. Like us on Facebook.com/RadioOnFire. For everyone here, I go by the name of Diamond K. And remember, your tomorrow is not promised, so please live today like it is your last. I will see you guys next time.
Radio on Fire is a digital network covering breaking news, sports, and entertainment. Check out our daily programs, articles, and all types of exclusive urban content right now at RadioOnFire.com.